I had a sneaker deal with Steve Reebok. We were on a private plane flying there, designing everything in the plane. And then he seen the future and pulled everything, whoop, and switched it. Now G-Unit got his sneaker deal. Jay-Z got his sneaker deal. You understand? With Reebok.
Jay-Z wasn't just moving smart. He was playing chess while everyone else was stuck on checkers. When people look back at the tension between Murder Inc., G-Unit, and Rockefeller, most think it was all about ego and street drama. But Chris Gotti made it clear. It was never really about beef. It was about business. Behind the curtain, Jay saw the power shift coming before anyone else did. He spotted the wave that was about to crash, 50 Cent, and he moved accordingly.
Because Irv was like, when Jay told him that it wasn't like physical beef, it was more lyrical, and Irv went crazy, like, I told you, and then but Jay's looking at him like, you my man, you can't be like serious. Like, but left it alone. Chess, he's playing chess. And then right after that, Jay went and did a tour with 50 Cent.
Chris Gotti explained how Steve Stout, one of the sharpest minds in hip-hop business, read the room early. He saw 50's rise coming fast and started shifting deals before anyone even realized what was happening. Jay was right there beside him, pivoting the Rockefeller empire like a real mogul. While others were stuck on loyalty and old-school codes, Jay was stacking leverage, flipping brand plays, and locking down sneaker deals with Reebok before the game even understood what was going on. The man wasn't reacting. He was predicting. That's why when Jay moved, the industry followed. He wasn't chasing clout. He was building an empire brick by brick. Money always finds its way past the drama, every single time. No matter how loud the streets got or how heated the industry chatter became, Jay-Z and 50 Cent both had one thing in common. They knew how to turn tension into profit. They didn't just play the game, they monetized it. That's exactly what makes this whole story so wild. Chris Gotti broke it down clear as day. Jay didn't move out of emotion, he moved out of vision. While others were getting caught up in loyalty talk and petty shots, Jay saw a bag waiting to be secured. He spotted 50's rise, saw the hype, and figured out how to turn that momentum into millions before anyone even realized what was happening. That's not beef, that's business brilliance, and here's where it gets crazy.
He's on the record pledging allegiance to Murder Inc. And then Stout seeing the future, in my opinion. And again, to his credit, I'm not knocking Stout. This dude is brilliant. In the book of hip hop, he has to be one of the most iconic people in that book.
Back then, Jay and 50 actually linked up for real business moves. The Reebok collabs, the G-Unit sneaker line, the tour money, all of that came from two men who weren't even supposed to be cool. Murder Inc. must have been losing their minds watching that unfold. From their angle, it looked like betrayal, like Jay was teaming up with the enemy. But from Jay's view, it was all strategy. He wasn't choosing sides, he was choosing success. Jay understood that the real power move was separating feelings from finances. Loyalty is deep in hip-hop, but emotion doesn't pay bills. Vision does. That's the difference between an artist and an empire builder. Jay-Z was always playing the long game. He wasn't chasing street fame, he was building global legacy. While others were focused on headlines and neighborhood clout, Jay was plotting international moves, thinking 10 steps ahead. That's exactly why he's seen as one of the sharpest businessmen hip-hop has ever produced. But here's the twist that still blows people's minds. Years later, 50 Cent revealed that Jay-Z didn't want him performing on that legendary Super Bowl stage with him. Crazy, right? These two once made millions side by side, flipping hip-hop into high-end business. And now, even after all those wins, there's still that quiet tension simmering underneath. It's almost poetic, like hip-hop's version of chess. Part partnership, part rivalry. That's the reality of the game, though. Power shifts fast. One decade you're collaborating, the next you're competing for the same spotlight. But no matter what, the respect between them never fades. And that's the gem most people miss. You don't gotta like someone to make major money with them. Sometimes your biggest bag comes from working with someone you don't even vibe with. Because when the zeros hit that check, feelings don't matter, results do. Jay knew it, 50 knew it, and that's exactly why both their empires still stand tall today. See, what's wild is how that quiet tension between Jay-Z and 50 Cent never fully disappeared. It just evolved. Over the years, fans noticed little jabs, slick comments, and subtle shade between the two. Nothing direct, but always enough to keep the internet buzzing. It's like both of them knew the power of mystery. Keep people guessing, and your name stays in every headline. But here's where things get even deeper. Industry insiders started whispering that Jay never forgot how fast 50 rose up, how his mixtape hustle changed the whole blueprint. Some even claim Jay respected it so much that he quietly adjusted his own business plays to match that same independent grind. While 50 was building G-Unit into a movement, Jay was turning Roc Nation into a global powerhouse. Two different roads, same destination, dominance. What's even crazier is that every time one of them made a big move, the other wasn't far behind.
But what he's not realizing, and Irv knew it after the fact, hindsight is 20/20, he realized that was one of his biggest mistakes with Jay. Mm-hmm. It took a lot to fix that.
Mm-hmm. But they finally did fix it.
Oh, yeah, we had multiple conversations, but it wasn't never the same, right? It was never the same.
Mm-hmm.
When 50 got into TV with Power, Jay made power moves in film and sports management. When Jay dropped 444, 50 threw shade, calling it grown man rap, but even that brought both of them more attention. It's competition mixed with respect, like two kings watching each other's thrones. And that's why their story hits different. It's not just about beef, it's about strategy, pride, and survival in an industry where only the smartest last. Every silent move, every headline, every business deal, it's all part of the game, and both Jay and 50 are still playing it like masters. What really keeps this saga alive is how Jay-Z and 50 Cent turned their rivalry into a silent power struggle that never ends. Even without dissing each other directly, their moves say everything. Jay's out here locking down billion-dollar deals with luxury brands, art, and sports, while 50's dominating Hollywood with hit shows, liquor money, and constant viral moments. Two different lanes, but both driving the culture forward. People forget, this isn't just rap anymore, it's empire talk. Jay-Z's sitting at the table with CEOs, buying pieces of companies most rappers can't even get a meeting with. Meanwhile, 50's flipping his street smarts into media gold, clowning rivals online while signing multi-million-dollar production deals. Every headline feels like another chess move, another flex that reminds everyone they're still the bosses of their own worlds. And fans love it. Anytime one of them drops a new project, interview, or subtle line, social media explodes trying to decode if it's shade or strategy. It's almost like a cold war between two moguls who know they don't have to fight to win. They just gotta keep shining brighter than the other. But the truth is, both of them needed that competition. It pushed them higher. Without 50's relentless grind, Jay might not have sharpened his edge. And without Jay's legacy of control and discipline, 50 might not have aimed as high as he did. That's what makes their dynamic so legendary. Mutual rivalry, silent respect, and an endless chase for the top. What's crazy is how Jay-Z and 50 Cent's story still keeps evolving even decades later. It's like neither one wants to fully let go of that unspoken competition. You can feel it every time one of them drops a new deal, a new interview, or even a sly comment online. It's never direct, but the energy's there. These two don't need diss tracks anymore. Their moves do the talking. Jay's playing in the billionaire league now. Real estate, art collections, luxury brands, even tech investments. He's not just in the music business anymore. He's in the money business. Every time he steps out, it's a power statement. Custom suits, exclusive events, global partnerships. The man built a legacy that screams control, vision, and longevity. But 50, he's the street executive. He turned that raw hunger into entertainment gold, TV shows, liquor empires, and viral domination. The guy can turn a single Instagram caption into headlines across the internet. It's smart marketing disguised as trolling, and it works every single time. Fans can't help but compare them, even when they're not speaking. One represents structure and polish, the other represents hustle and grit, and both built empires that changed the entire culture. That's why their quiet rivalry hits so hard. It's not about music anymore, it's about legacy. Every win, every deal, every headline is another round in a game that never truly ends. And the best part, both of them are still winning in their own way. Two kings, two empires, one never-ending race for the crown. Even Chris Gotti had to keep it real. Jay-Z made a move that Murder Inc. just couldn't understand back then. It shook things up, bruised some egos, and had people questioning loyalties. But time always tells the truth. Looking back now, it's clear Jay was ahead of the curve. He wasn't just chasing hits, he was setting up blueprints for generational power. He saw the culture shifting before most could even spot the signs. While others were caught up in short-term street glory, Jay was already dreaming in corporate colors. Brand deals, sneaker lines, partnerships, and expansion. He wasn't living for the moment, he was building for forever. That's the real difference between an artist and a mogul. It's not betrayal, it's growth, it's strategy, it's evolution. That mindset is exactly what separates good from great. And that's why Jay-Z and 50 Cent will always be linked, even if they're walking different paths. Both had that same unstoppable hunger. One came from boardrooms, the other from block corners, but the mission was the same, to win on every level. They showed everyone that real business doesn't kill the culture, it elevates it. At the end of the day, both proved that strategy beats emotion every single time. Money and power don't mean you turned your back. They mean you started thinking like a boss. So what do you think? Was Jay-Z wrong for doing business with 50 after everything that went down? Or was he just thinking like a true mogul playing the long game? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.